When my name come up, respect it. All drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name.
Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Been telling these haters that I'm the greatest, man. Back when I was just homeless, I couldn't see the plan. Praying for sleep, but didn't have no pen. Broke bread with them when I had nothing. Took advantage of me cause they knew they can. Not to fall, all I wanted was friends. Guess it was all a part of God's plan. Now I'm cashing checks, watch me grow my I ain't got no enemies, all I got is in the peace. My music is therapy, I record and just release. I ain't got no enemies, all I got is in the peace. My music is therapy, I record and just release. Sheesh. Give me all my respect. Give me all my respect. Give me all my respect. I won't take it to less. I want all my respect. I want all my respect. You gon' give me respect. I won't take it to less. Yeah. I'm so tired of all these fakes. Ain't no man can take
what
my
is going
place.
on, family? Welcome to the Urban Turban Podcast Season 2 opener. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to show up and chill out with your boy. Today's episode is going to be about what is holding you back. Now, I'm just going to go off the cuff today. I don't really have any notes. I figured this has been on my mind for a couple of days, and I want to share some personal experiences with you today. I'm no stranger to struggle. I'm no stranger to having to deal with challenges. I've always been the type of person that was very mechanically inclined. I can figure things out. I could break things down. But when it came to my own life, I had issues with that, especially because I'm not having enough of the supportiveness in my own household. When I grew up, it really did not prepare me to be able to have that self-confidence that I so desperately needed as a youth. And so I had to develop that over time. And, one thing I learned is that there is not an obstacle that is in your way that you cannot defeat. There's always a way around. There's always a workaround. There's always a way that if you have to work smarter, or if you have to work harder, or if you have to do both, you can get shit done. See, there were so many times in my life where I was in my own fucking way. I would complain about being fucking broke, but I would be sitting in my car smoking weed all day, not getting to the bag, not doing what I need to do to provide for myself and my family, not being a proper example for my kids. And so there was a point where it just clicked in me that I just had to stop, making excuses for my shortcomings in life and blaming everyone else except my fucking self. And I became literally disgusted with myself, whether it be my health, whether it be me not being in the shape that I wanted to be in. It all starts with your health. Everybody thinks that financials is the key to wealth, and it starts with your body. If you don't treat your body correctly, if you don't respect your temple that you have, no matter how much money you fucking got, there's millionaires right now who are dying of cancer, and they would give up all that multi-millions, multi-billions to fucking be cancer-free. So don't sleep on that. Your health is very important. So that's the first thing that I did to start achieving what I wanted to present in the world, is start tackling my health. Now, I'm nowhere where I want to be. I definitely, and I'm on my weight loss journey. Currently calorie counting, calories in, calories out. And, just light exercise, some yoga, walking, nothing crazy. And the weight is coming off. For so many years, I would do, be yo-yo dieting. I did keto. I did fucking carb cycling. I did fucking no anything white. No disrespect to Caucasian people. I like y'all. I did so many fucking different things, and it had some success, but ultimately the one thing that I never wanted to do was track what I was eating. It's always that one thing that you're not willing to do that's probably holding you back. from achieving the results that you want to achieve. And so for me, it was being accountable to what I was putting in my fucking mouth, whether it be, like I said, drinking, smoking, eating. That's the way that I would fucking shove down that hole inside of me, that longing for me to do something for me, which was music, content creation. I would eat the pain away. All of the fears that I had, all the fears that I had of being inadequate and not being enough as a man, because this world definitely puts you through some fucking shit as a guy. I don't care what nobody wants to say. As a man in this current world, in this gynocentric world, the suicide rate for us is unheard of. And everybody thinks they have the solution to what it is that's causing us to fucking check out. And I'm saying, frankly, there's no respect for us. The plight that we have to go through, we have to respect women. It has to be upfront that it's given to them, right? But where is the same respect that we get as men? And I hate to go on a tangent, but it has to be said. We are dying out here because nobody can help us. Nobody respects what we're going through. And so as someone who has now figured out myself without going to therapy, without going to no fucking doctor necessarily, you know what I'm saying, for some outside perspective, because I definitely support therapy, talk therapy. If you have to do pharmaceuticals, then by all means, I try to say avoid it as much as you can, because those things have side effects, and not everything is tailored to your biology. Let's put it that way. But at the end of the day, we all have the capabilities, and I said this before, to solve our own problems, and we have to go inside of ourselves. But it does help to have a support system. And so one of the reasons I started this podcast is because I really want to help other men. I am by no means a shining example. I won't call myself no fucking, terminology that they use, alpha, this or that. I'm a guy. And I've been played before. I've been fooled. I have been mistreated, misused, just like any other fucking dude out there. I've had points in my life where I was smooth, suave, debonair, and I've had points where I was, classical beta, you know what I'm saying? And so I've lived all those points, and I've been humiliated, and I've been, strong, and now I'm back strong again. And so I want to teach other people, especially men, that you have value, and it doesn't matter what the society tells you. It doesn't matter what this world tells you. You have value. No person can give you value other than yourself. You have to believe in that shit. There's going to be, in this fucking crabs in the barrel world, people who don't believe in their fucking selves want you to stop believing in your fucking self because they don't believe in themselves. The fucking sick, twisted shit that we live in, I don't personally, I don't rock with it. I get it, but I don't rock with it. Even when I was at my lowest points, being homeless, I never hated on nobody else. I always was the type of person like, how can I get to where they at? I never said, fuck those rich people. Nigga, I'm trying to be rich. You know what I'm saying? My problems would be solved financially if I had money. So why would I hate on the next man? I should go find out what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been that type of person, be inquisitive, and I get that from my late great mother. She always told me to go ask somebody. Don't be too proud. Ask. And there was points where I didn't listen to her advice, and it didn't fare me well. Like I said, there has to be a support system for us men. And so that's one of the reasons why I started the podcast. Not saying that I'm not going to talk to general audience and women and children and about all different subjects. But my main thing, the main calling on why I started this podcast is to help other dudes like me who was lost, other young men who was lost like me. Hopefully that if they hear my voice, they know that there's somebody out there that supports them. You know what I'm saying? That understands that it's not fucking easy for you to be you and have the the burden of performance. That's what it's called, right? The burden of performance. That if I don't perform in this society, if I don't contribute, if I don't create, I'm valueless. That nobody gives a shit about me if I don't have something, if I don't have some kind of shiny object, some kind of fucking chain on, some watch, some expensive dumbass fucking car, right? All of that shit is just fucking status symbols for nothing. It doesn't really show you the character of the person, because there's a lot of people out there, and I know you know what I'm talking about. There are a lot of people out there who have every fucking thing that you can fucking desire, and they are fucking disturbed on the inside. They are despicable on the inside. You wouldn't even want to be around them for 5 minutes. But they have everything your heart could desire. They have the yachts, they have the Ferraris, they have the fucking McLarens, they have the expensive exclusive vacation spots, they have the money, they can go anywhere, they can eat at any restaurant, they can literally buy people, and you wouldn't want to be around them for a second. So we have to really define where our value comes from and what's holding us back from achieving being the best versions of ourselves. We can always sit there and point blame, and that's what I did for a good portion of my life. I'm now 35 years old. I'll say for a good 20 years of my life, I vehemently blamed everything else. It's the system, it's this, it's that, it's women, it's men, it's this. I hated everything. But at a certain point, I had to realize that I'm just hating myself. And so we're all interconnected, whether we like it or not. You can disagree. You could be a racist fuck. You could be a fucking a cop who hates niggas, and that's white and black cops. You could be a woman who hates men. You can be a millennial or Gen Z who hates children. We are all connected. You cannot escape it. You know, you think you're no different from this table that's made of wood. We're all atoms. We're all a part of one ecosystem. We're all a part of one universe, one oneness. And you try to separate yourself from everything else, it's impossible. And so I say that to say that we're not better than anything else, right? And when I'm saying things, and I hope you don't take it from a point of judgment, because we do have to judge discernmently, right? With discernment, to be able to determine what's greater, what's lower, right? From that perspective, I'm not saying to judge from the point of like, oh, I'm better than this. No, I'm saying that I've been at the lowest points in my life. I still have low points. I'm not perfect. But at the end of the day, we have to strive to be the best versions of ourselves. And majority of the time, like 90% of the time, it's you who's holding your fucking self back. It's you who's holding your fucking self back. It's not your girlfriend. It's not your wife. It's you believing those fucked up people around you. It's you not kicking those people to the curb out of your life and having respect for yourself. It's not you standing up for your boundaries when someone crosses it and thinks that they can get the fuck away with it. It's you. And this part of the message is for male and female and child. I teach my children that you have to stand up for yourself and you have to have accountability. And when you do wrong, you own up to it. That's it. Move on. Take your punishment like a man. Take your punishment like a G, right? What they say in the hood, snitches get stitches, right? Because it's about an accountability thing. If we're gonna do dirt together, and I hate to use that terminology, right? If we're gonna do dirt together, then we're gonna stick together all the way to the end. If we getting locked up, we all getting locked up for the same amount of time. It should be the same way when we doing good as well. And even when we fucking up, we should have accountability for ourselves to be like, you know what, I fucked up. I take that L. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to learn a lesson from it. And I think a lot of people just want to just absolve themselves of any wrongdoing on their part for anything that they do. And that's just unrealistic. And that's the reason why a lot of people are dysfunctional. And they have dysfunctional relationships because they cannot take that merit and reflect on themselves to look and see where they're fucked up at. Or you have the people who only look at themselves as the problem and can never see that maybe I have some fucked up people in my life. Maybe there's a lot of people around me who are sabotaging me, that don't want to see me to be the best version of myself because they can't stand the possibility of my greatness outshining where they are, and it will put a reflection on them and a spotlight on them to let them know that they need to get their shit together. And for me, that was a good portion of my life. I had a lot of people who were around me who would acknowledge that I was fucking talented and gifted, but they would never really support me. They'd be like, oh, yeah, you dope. You know, oh, you could do that. You could do this. But then when I'm like, oh, hey, let's do this together. Nah, I'm good. Like, they want to keep you in a position so they can use you. They want to keep you in a position so they can fucking make fun of you. They want to keep you in a position so they can try to play you like you're not a human soul like them. That's what I'm talking about, where accountability comes into play. You are having these people around you. I made that active choice to have these people around me because I wanted friends. How bitch is that? I'd rather have fucked up people around me because I didn't want to face the reality that I was already alone in the first place. It doesn't make any sense. And we have to hold ourselves accountable for when we're making mistakes and when people around us are making mistakes. And we have to call it out. And so, in closing, I just want to say that I love humanity. And I'm not satisfied with our moral ambiguity right now. There's a lot of people out here doing a lot of immoral things for the sake of pleasure, right? Fucking up whole generations for the sake of now. Fucking up the planet, fucking up the future for everyone for the sake of now. Fucking up their bodies, fucking up everything for the sake of now. When we can get those same pleasures by doing it the right way. For instance, let's just use plastic, right? The creator of plastic, the scientist who created plastic, if I'm correct, knew that it was terrible, the bisphenol A, all the stuff that they're taking out of it now. And I think he even came up with a biodegradable version, and they told him no. They give us all this fucked up shit in the world, right? And then we'll throw it back on you for using it. Like, we all have these things, right? iPhones, right? We have other phones that are created in third world countries or in China, and those people are jumping off roofs, and they make us implicitly involved in it, right? Because we need the technology to survive and be a part of the system. But at the same time, one of these, how many lives were taken because of this right here? The raw minerals that's inside of it, the cadmium, the lithium ion, being dug up by children in Africa who are slaves, literally. Like, what I'm saying is we have to be accountable for ourselves and understand that we are not above reproach. We all are doing dirt in this world, and we have to first be accountable to the impact that we're having and not be unrealistic about it. I'm implicit in this. I have an iPhone, so that means I supported somebody, jumping off a roof, probably. A child in Africa digging through the dirt for cadmium, lithium ion, and all that stuff like that without proper gear. For me to make this content for you to hopefully awaken your mind. There's give and take in this world, and so we have to be comfortable with our dark side and our light side, and our job is to merge it together. And so in closing, once again, I want to say that we are all capable of solving our own problems. Sometimes we just need to see somebody believing in themselves for us to believe in ourselves, and we also need to hear that, I believe in you. And I want to say I love you like a fat kid loves cake. Please check out my merch. Link is in the bio. Peace.
Hustling all day, but still pretty. I'm talking dirty to you all up in your ear. Telling you them filthy things I know you wanna hear. Like, ooh.
What is going on, family? I am Reef. I am an audio engineer with a plethora of experience in many different genres. Not just hip-hop, not just R&B, not just pop, you name it, anything in between. Afro beats, folk music, you name it. If you need your track mastered, you came to the right spot. I've done stuff for TV, radio, commercials, it doesn't matter. I can do it all. I'll master your dog, whatever you need. You came to the right spot. If you need that bop, we on time. Hit me up, I got you.